Oh, greetings, YouTube model people. How is it going? Okay, coming at you here with a video response to a great topic that came up here in the community. I guess it was yesterday. I had a couple of videos dropped. One I watched was from Charlie Mack and one from Al Wood at Al Wood's Modeling Mayhem. And this is Tuesday night. I think it's the 9th of January. So pretty much they were discussing the topic of the model building hobby, how you feel about it, and basically more specifically group builds. And so as I mentioned, I've seen Charlie's and Al's videos. I've also seen a couple of other YouTuber videos and also read quite a few comments that were left on those videos. So I figured I'd throw my hat in the ring and give my 2 cents on the topic. And I think it's a great topic to discuss because it's something we've all been involved with in some capacity, most likely. Whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, wherever, on social media, we've probably been involved in some way with a group build, either participating, hosting, or both. Right? So it's something we can all speak to, and I hope a lot of people do speak out about it because everyone's got their own little opinions on it. For me, I've always been a fan of group builds. From the minute I stepped on the scene and started posting my own videos on my own YouTube channel, that's really the main place I post and put my hobby stuff on social media is YouTube. I joined in 2013, right, which quite a while ago now. And really from the beginning, I was big on group builds. But more importantly, the message, if I start to go on a real left turn here with my thinking, because I didn't really outline what I was going to say too much, but if I don't say anything else, the most important thing about the scale model building hobby, I think, is just to have fun. It's a hobby, and any hobby you're in, it's just supposed to be a lot of fun. And then that's not to say you don't hold yourself to a certain standard, that you want to do a really good job on a particular project you're working on or something like this, of course. But it shouldn't be stressful to the point where it's not fun. So just for kicks, and this is feels kind of geeky, but I did a quick Google search on the word or the definition of hobby. It's real plain Jane kind of thing, but basically it says hobby is an activity done regularly in one's leisure time for pleasure. Right? Basically, have fun, right? In your time, your leisure time. Now, what was interesting is right below that, it listed this, which is, when should I stop a hobby? And it had 3 points here that I kind of made, which isn't exactly verbatim, but pretty much is. It says, if it no longer brings you joy or fulfillment, okay, number one. If it becomes too time-consuming or expensive. If it interferes with other important aspects of your life. So those are some reasons it suggests why you should stop a hobby. Well, I would never in a million years promote anyone in the scale model building community to stop their hobby. But maybe if you're not getting full joy and enjoyment out of it, maybe just reset, right? Whether you want to basically walk away from the social media part of it for a little while, take a little break, do that. Group builds, that's what we're focusing on in these video responses, right? Take a break, take a year off, maybe take 2 years off. Don't do any group builds, right? Or if one pops up and you kind of feel like doing it, then go for it. But, it really, again, it's all going to go back to my original statement, which is this hobby should be had nothing else involved with this hobby except pure fun. And that could be anything, right? I'll give you a good example. Back some years ago when I was getting into the groove of going to shows and doing the show circuit of model shows and contests, I met up with a total stranger. It was probably around 2006, 2007, something like that maybe. And we're talking about the hobby, what do you build, all this stuff. And he had a big bag of model kits and some supplies he bought at that show from the vendors. And I said, oh, this is cool. He goes, yeah, but you know what? I haven't built a kit in a year, so I really haven't done anything. I said, maybe you'll buy one. Maybe one of these will get you building again, one of these kits. He goes, yeah, that's what I'm hoping, Fast forward 4 more years, I saw this gentleman again. Big bag filled with kits, right? At the show, having a blast. and he basically said the exact same thing. He says, yeah, I haven't built a model in about 4 years. And I thought it was strange at first, and then it hit me. I said, well, you know what? He's at shows, he's buying kits, he's buying supplies, he's having fun, and that's all that matters, right? If he's not building, that's up to him, at that moment, that time, in that space. If you didn't feel like building, if it wasn't bringing him joy, or he didn't have time, or whatever it is, he was still participating in the hobby, right? We have many people out here on YouTube who have big followings, and you know what? You don't see them build very much, or you don't see any really too many completed projects, but they're still very much involved with the hobby and engaging the community and having interviews and maybe live streams and such, but they're not really building models or projects at the moment. But that's fine. Again, it's all about having fun and figuring out where you fit and what you want to do to have fun in the hobby. And as far as group builds specifically, as I said, I'm a big fan. I did some numbers here. I actually kind of had a video at the end of the year last year on this one. But since I started my YouTube channel, I've completed, since 2013, 120 model builds. And of the 120 model builds, only 13 of them are not group builds. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm a big fan of group builds. I eventually got the bravery to host a group build at some point. I don't remember the year. And had a blast doing that. And, I kind of do that in my own way also. And that's the other thing. I know some people have, and everybody's has a valid opinion on this topic. But for me, the same thing with group builds is if you're hosting, do what makes you happy. Do what you want to do. Do it the way you want to do it. There's no right or wrong way. It's however you want to do it. And that's all that really is important to me, is having fun in the hobby, enjoying yourself, whatever that is, whether it's building, just putting up videos, going to show, whatever, doing group builds, not doing group builds, doing 4 builds for one group builds, kind of whatever you like to do. Never feel stressed about it. Never feel like, you're doing something wrong, and just enjoy yourself, and that's really what it's all about. So just in a closing note, and I hope you've hung around this long. I can see it's about 7 minutes, which all power to you if you're listening to my jibber jabber this long. But the greatest thing I saw in the responses in the video and in the comments is there was almost this apologetic tone. And that's how you know we have such an awesome community, which everybody has said. Because I have other hobbies, other interests, other communities, other forums, and they're not like this forum, this community. This very good community, very special community. And as I said, you almost heard an apologetic voice of saying, I said I was going to build in this group build, I never did. Or I started it and I never finished. Or, it was going to be this way or that way. It's great to have that kind of standard or integrity to yourself and to feel that way about the community and your fellow members in the community. But again, it's a matter of just doing what's good for you and what makes you happy. But to hear that tone in people's responses is, again, just kind of reinforces what a great group of people we have. Is they feel bad if they're not building for this guy's group build, participating, or finish this one, or something of that sort. So again, I think that speaks volumes about our group of people. So that's it for now, folks. Again, put up a video. Tell us how you feel. Everyone's got a different opinion, different twist on this topic, and I've been really enjoying following along. Being a big group build person myself, I've really enjoyed it. So cheers for now.